morning. Hello. Hi guys, I hope everyone's really feeling fit and well. We're going to work through a bit of a yoga inspired stretch session today like we did last week, but with a little bit more standing work in it. So I hope you have got enough room. Make sure you've got some comfortable clothes on that you can move and stretch in, and just enough room. You're going to be able to stretch your leg forward, stretch your leg without kicking anything, without knocking over the cat. So just a little bit of room to move around. I do need to mention, those of you that are my regular class participants and guys at work know that I'm struggling with a little bit of an injury at the minute. So I've got glute tendinopathy, which is still really painful in a lot of yoga poses, but I didn't want that to stop me from delivering you guys some yoga. So just bear in mind that some of my technique isn't going to be great, and I've had to change some of the transitions between movements just to give me a chance to get my legs into position. So bear with me on that. Okay folks, let's go. So if we stand at the back of our mat or the back of our space so that we've got room to step forwards, we're just going to plant those feet directly underneath us. Have a little bit of a play through the ankles. So maybe come up onto the ankles, roll them out, and then just let them lay down into the mat. Lift and spread those toes, soften your knees, and then start to draw yourself up nice and tall. So the tailbone tucks under, we open the chest, and we drop the shoulders down. So lifting nice and tall into the crown of your head. Just sink your chin down from there. So let's just take a moment to release. And give that head a little bit of a nod, side to side. So just roll the back of the neck. Nice heavy head. And then if you draw your head back up on top, take a bit of a peek over your right shoulder, just lifting lovely and tall. And then come back through the center. Take a bit of a peek over that left side. And then let's come back to center. Drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder, nice heavy head again. And then if we come up and drop the left to the left. And then come on up and drop your chin down to your chest again. Draw that head back up on top. Take a nice big inhale all the way up, bring the hands into prayer. And then exhale them down to your chest. So nice low shoulders. We're going to inhale up. Exhale, the arms come down to your sides. And again, inhale all the way up to the top. Hands into prayer. And then exhale down. Inhale, we go up. Exhale, we come down. One more time. Inhale, come on up. Hands together, exhale into prayer and just pause there. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, a little bit of pressure through the palms to activate your pecs, and just take a rotation to your right side. So we want to keep the hips staring forwards and just rotate round through that waist, everything above your belly button. Then come back to the center, take a bit of a rotation over to that left side. Come back to the center, take the arms up. We're going to swan dive all the way down. So if you come on up, take the arms out to the side, let your pelvis start to tip forwards, and allow yourself to drop into that first forward fold. So first forward fold might feel a little bit uncomfortable. Hamstrings might get a little bit of a fright. So soften the knees if you need to, and just give yourself time to relax into that pose. We're going to walk the hands up onto the shins, flatten out the back, draw the shoulder blades down. So it's like you're playing leapfrog. Crown of the head is stretching forwards. And on your next exhale breath, just relax down, forwards fold. And then one more time, walk the hands up to the shins, flatten the back, draw the shoulder blades down and together. Exhale, release down into forwards fold. Let's take our fingertips to the floor, bend your knees. So we're going to come up onto the balls of the feet. I want you to fix your eye line in front of you and stare at something. We're going to come up into a balance. Keeping that spine lovely and tall. And then allowing the fingertips to just find the floor again. Walking out into your first down dog. So if you need to move those feet around, just move them around on your mat, find a bit of comfort. Just remembering that with that down dog, we're looking for a lovely long spine. So I don't want you to try and force your heels down to the floor. The posture is about finding that lovely long spine. So if you need to bend your knees a bit more to get yourself to push that tailbone up and away, then bend those knees. We're going to bring the hips forwards into high plank, and you might need to adjust those feet, so I always need to step back as I come into my high plank. And then just take a moment to get comfortable. So we're lifting up between the shoulder blades, belly button is drawing tightly into spine, and you're sending the energy down through your heels. Try and keep control of your head, so try not to let it hang down. Try not to look up in front of you. We want to keep the spine neutral. 2 more breaths. And then we're going to find that downward facing dog again. So we'll come on up. Adjust your feet if you need to. So I'm going to need to step in now. Soften those knees if you need to. Really lengthen that spine. So your chest is trying to find the front of your thighs. And then again, the hips come forwards into your high plank. Adjust those feet if you need to. Lifting up in between those shoulder blades. Think nice strong thoughts. We're going to chaturanga down to the floor. So let's tuck that tummy in. We're going to try and hit the floor, chest, tummy, and then the thighs last of all. So down we go. Untuck those toes, upward facing dog. Draw those shoulder blades down and back. Lowering down, we're going to push up, down dog. Adjusting toes. So lengthen that spine out, push that tailbone up and back. And again, hips come forward, high plank. Draw up into the upper back. Tighten that tummy. Ready for chaturanga down? Down we go. Untuck those toes. Upward facing dog. Going through that flow one last time. So lots of work for the shoulders. Down we go, down dog. Adjust feet. So chest is looking for thighs. Forwards, high plank. Adjusting feet. Chaturanga down. So chest, tummy, thighs. Upward facing dog. Shoulder blades. Slide them down so they're way away from your ears. And then roll all the way down onto the mat. Push back, child's pose. Relax. So just take a moment to relax here. Shoulders might be feeling pretty tired. Take those hands back to your feet. Floppy shoulders. And we roll on up. So if you try and replace that spine, section by section, shoulders, neck, and head. We're going to come on up onto a high knee. If kneeling isn't comfortable, feel free to just sit on your bottom. Maybe just pause for this section. We're going to be on a high knee, so it should be comfortable for most of us. So we're going to come on up. Right leg is going to stretch out to the side. So put your hands down to do that. So we take the right leg out into gate pose. We're going to roll to the outside of our foot, but if your ankle doesn't like that, feel free to spin so that you come up onto your heel with the toes facing up towards the ceiling. So either up on the heel or rolling out to the outside of the foot. Take that right hand down onto the thigh And that left one up and over, big side extension. And then circle it down. Come on up the other side again. Pause in that side extension, extending through the waist. And then round you go again, one more time. Pause at the top, side extension. And then release the arm down. This right leg is going to be stepping forward. So this is where I've had to change the transition a little bit. So let's come down, stepping forwards with the right one. And we're going to frame the foot. So one hand either side of that foot. Right hand opens up. See if you can point right up to the ceiling, 12 o'clock. Opening up that chest. And then come on down. Opening up one more time. So up you go with that right hand. And then sweeping back down to the floor. Now this right hand is going to step inside your left foot. And I want you to heel toe this right foot towards the outside of your mat. So we heel toe out a little bit. And we're just going to pause here in lizard. Now you can take these forearms right down to the floor if you'd like to. I'm going to avoid doing that because it really sets off my tendinopathy. So I'm going to stay nice and high and just focus on flexing my elbows a little bit to get lower into the stretch. So we've got a nice hip flexor stretch on the left side, and we've got an opening for the glute and the hip on the right side. Let's take that right hand, bring it out the way again, heel toe, so that we're back into those tram lines, walking back into a little half monkey. So releasing that hamstring on the right. Taking it forwards one more time, frame your foot, open up. Come all the way down. Last time half monkey, so gently bring yourself back. And just relax that kneecap, allow the quad to relax, allow that hamstring to lengthen. And then we're just going to bring the hands either left side or either side of the foot, wherever feels comfortable for you to swing it back round. Pause in your child's pose, so down you go. So take a rest before we go to the left side. Hands come back to feet, floppy shoulders. Start to uncurl when you're ready. Try and keep that head tucked in. So we restack each vertebrae all the way up to the top. So the left one is coming out into gate pose. Put the fingers down, step on out with that left one, and then see how that left ankle feels. You can either roll to the outside of your foot, or if that doesn't feel good, come up onto your heel, so the left toes point up towards the sky, so whichever feels best. A little bit of support with the left side, we're coming up and over, side extension, and then circle it around, moving that lower back, come on up, side extension. One more time, coming around, all the way up, hold that side extension. And then we're creeping those hands down onto the floor so that you can step your left leg forward. This is the one which is really painful for me. So I'm going to do what I can to bring that left one forwards. And we're going to frame that foot. When you're ready, open up that left arm. See if you can point right up to the ceiling. Close it down and then open up one more time. So opening up through that chest. And then as the arm comes down, we're going to bring the hand inside the foot. We're going to heel toe to the edge of the mat. Here in lizard. So we can come down onto the forearms if that's comfortable, or you can just stay high and flex through the elbows to get that depth. Good. You might find that one elbow wants to come down, the other one's a little bit high. Just see how it feels. coming on back up when you're ready. We just need to heel toe back into our tram lines, and then you can find that half monkey. Very small half monkey for me, super painful. Pausing there, so trying to relax through the quad so the kneecap flattens and drops down. And then we're walking it forwards. Open up one more time through the left. And then closing it down. So you've got a last half monkey here. So back you go. And just pause there. And then if we bring the hands to the side, sweep that one around and pause down in your child's pose. And sweep back, floppy shoulders, and roll yourself one up. Lovely. So we're just going to pop onto our back for my favourite spine twist sequence. So if you wiggle yourself forwards, pop yourself onto your back however is comfortable. So I'm going to cross over at my shins, pop on over and roll down. And take a little hug when you get there. We're going to keep the right one in and we're going to take the left one away. So let's just take a little hammock with the fingertips over the shin and draw that leg right down, snug into the chest. Inhale breath as you exhale, peel nose to knee. Releasing down. Do that one more time. So nice big inhale, exhale, peel nose to knee. And releasing down. So we're going to release the leg, take the arms out into airplane, shoulders nice and relaxed. Send this right knee over to the left. So you might need to push a little bit with your arms to start with. So the knee's going to roll over, so you roll onto your left hip. The lower back's going to roll down into the mat, and then that knee's going to just drop open a touch. So we're just opening through your hip, inner thigh. And then we're going to do that again. So over you go. You can turn the head to look away, getting that lovely spine twist. Come back on through. Let's do that one more time. So let that knee just drop to the outside. Use the weight of the leg. And then the last time it rolls through. Maybe you're getting a little bit more movement. And then we come back to center. Let that knee just drop out for a second. And then bring that knee back up. So we're going to have the left knee coming in as well. Hammock over that left knee. Away you go with the right one. And just draw that thigh down into your chest. Inhale breath. Exhale. Tuck the chin, nose to knee. Release down. One more. Inhale. Exhale, peel nose to knee. And release down. Become an aeroplane. Nice heavy shoulders into the floor. Go ahead and roll that left knee over to your right. You can let the head turn to look the other way. Rolling onto your right hip, and then let the lower back just roll back down into the mat. Open that knee out again. And again, over you go. So maybe the head looks over to the left as the knee goes right. Lovely twist all the way through that spine. Just doing that one more time, so allow the knee to drop wide. Comes across the body. Over you go. And then last time, just allow that knee to drop wide. And then come back to center. Both knees come up. Find your fingertips behind your thighs. Take a little halfway lift and pause. And then a little rock all the way up to sitting. Okay, I'm going to come around a little bit to face you guys. So our last little section, we're going to do seated. So I want you to pop your feet in front of you, about hip distance apart, and just at a comfortable distance away from your bottom. Find your seat bones and draw yourself up lovely and tall, like you've stacked all those Lego bricks up one on top of the other. We're just going to take a twist to start. So if you take your left hand to the outside of the right thigh and draw yourself around to the right side. So use this back hand. So that's your scaffolding. And then just coming back around to the left. So pause on the outside of that thigh. Come back round to the centre. So this time take your left hand. We're going to grab hold of your right instep. So if you just grab that right instep, and as we twist, we take the instep up with us and we lift the leg. So if your hamstrings are a little bit longer and they're not injured, you can hook your big toe with your index finger and lengthen that leg away into a lovely big hamstring stretch. Otherwise, keep a bend in your knee. Most important thing is that that spine stays straight and that we haven't started to curl out through the spine, so no C-curve in the spine. We can bring the back arm up if you like, or keep it there as scaffolding. Back arm comes around, takes hold of the hamstring in case that leg pings back to the floor, and then down it comes. Take that right hand, find the instep of the left one. This is going to be a little bit painful for me, but around we go. Take that leg up. So you can lengthen that leg away if those hamstrings are happy with that. And we can bring the back arm up. Just about got room with the door frame. And then coming back to centre, grab hold of the hamstring, let the foot come down, creep the feet in, pebble pose. So tuck yourself into a little ball. And release. Finding your most comfortable seated position to finish. So find your seat bones, have a little bit of a wiggle, and remember that your spine stacks up like Lego bricks. Relaxing those arms down. So we're going to take the arms up above the head. Inhale and then exhale to heart. So bring the hands into prayer, like we did at the beginning. So inhale up, exhale down, nice low shoulders. If you inhale all the way up, exhale into prayer and pause there. Take a rotation to that right side again, like we did at the beginning. Come back to the centre, keep those shoulders nice and low. Little rotation left. Come back to the centre, take the arms up and circle them down. Really wide circle. Last one. Inhale all the way up, really big inhale. Hands come together. Exhale, bring those hands down. Relax your shoulders and finish your class with a seated bow. Namaste. Well done, folks. I do hope you enjoyed that. I feel a bit looser now for that. And we'll see you guys soon for the next class. Take care of yourselves, folks.